I think it's time to just be brutally honest with myself and the rest of us here in the Call of Duty community who, like myself, hate the current state of Call of Duty. It's sad to say, but things are not going to get any better. Ever. We have to admit this, we have to accept this. Skill-based matchmaking isn't going to change, nor is the cheating going to get any less, no matter what bullshit Activision, or I guess Microsoft now, says to us going forward. The next Call of Duty by Treyarch coming up, Black Ops Gulf War. If you're expecting something different, then you're a fool, because it will be exactly the same shit as the current game. Strict skill-based matchmaking, sweats everywhere, $50, $40, whatever for rip-off bundles are trying to peddle, and as well, cheaters are going to be rampant in a lot of the lobbies. In this video, I will explain why we seem to have such a different perspective on reality with the current state of Call of Duty than the stats being peddled by Activision and other companies that measure Call of Duty metrics and player counts seem to have that are contrary to us.
No last stand. Fuck you, last stand.
Firstly, it's going to seem crazy to say this, and contrary to my point I'm trying to prove, Call of Duty isn't dying. However, it is dying for most of us here watching this video. Our reality is not that of the average Call of Duty player. Allow me to explain. Recently, I made a video, and Charlie Intel and other Call of Duty Shield accounts have also been posting these latest sales numbers and player counts for the Call of Duty multiplayer as well as the Modern Warzone. And it stated that Modern Warfare 3 2023 was the #1 selling game again in January. And it also stated that with Warzone, Modern Warfare 3, and Modern Warfare 2, it was the #2 most played multiplayer, or just most played game in general, behind Fortnite on Xbox as well as PlayStation. So how can this be, you're asking? Call of Duty is dying to us, it sucks, it's down bad, everyone says they're not playing it, everyone says they hate it, and cheaters seem everywhere, and the morale and the online overall vibe of Call of Duty seems worse than it ever has been, but the numbers seem so high and it seems like there's tons of people playing it.
Look here! Look, listen!
This is why Activision and Microsoft don't give a fuck about cheating or listening to people like me, or probably the majority of you watching this video. They don't care if we complain or quit, to be honest, because cheating and skill-based matchmaking only negatively affects, for the most part, the tryhards and the people like you and me who aren't like tryhards, but we have to be admitting to ourselves, if you're here watching Call of Duty videos, you're probably a pretty decent Call of Duty player. 90% of the player base never end up even in the upper tiered skill-based matchmaking lobbies where most of the cheaters actually are. Sure, once in a while I'm pretty sure we all have run into some kind of aimbot cheater in the lower tiered lobbies. I mean, that's just inevitable, but not to the point where they are at the upper tiered lobbies we keep seeing and hearing people complain about on Twitters and YouTube videos. Skill-based matchmaking is never going to go away either, and it's never going to change because it only exists to keep us good and half-decent players away from their golden goose, big money spending noobs who they rely on as their predominant player base. We, the above average and pretty decent Call of Duty players, and of course the tryhards, are not their predominant player base that they focus on. COD is dead only to decent and try-hard players like us, as I said, because Activision doesn't need us. 90+% of the COD community don't even watch COD videos, they don't even know about skill-based matchmaking or any probably of the stuff going on here, and that is who Activision caters to now. Catering to us would be contrary to their business model of making as much money as possible. If they cater to us, 100% we'd have way more fun playing this game if they lowered down the skill-based matchmaking and tried to actually get rid of the cheaters. But the other 90% of players, give or take, would not be having a good time, and they more than likely would end up quitting, and Activision knows this. They are sacrificing us, which is a small proportion of the Call of Duty community, to appease the larger majority of players as a smart business move and a calculated business move. They have all the metrics. They see all the numbers. I don't believe for 1 second that Call of Duty is doing as well as it used to. 100% agree to that. But it would be doing a whole lot worse and would be dying faster without the measures they take right now to protect their #1 demographic, bad players. Long story short, the powers that be don't care about us that much when it comes down to it. We are the loud minority that doesn't make them the most money. If we were, guaranteed, they change things immediately. They're in the business of making money. That's all they care about. And they go what is the best choice to maximize their profits. Call of Duty is not dying. It is not dead, but it really is to people like us watching this video, and nothing's going to change that. It's just a sad fact, but it's true. We are not important to Call of Duty.